Websites are sexy, Kim. Do you remember that?
So we want to have a look at what CMS Giant Peach uses and what the main CMS you use and why you chose that.
Well, we've used a lot of CMSs through the years. We've now sort of drilled down to or focus on WordPress. And that's because we built this framework within WordPress, which allows us to be really flexible with our client website.
Over the last few years, how many different platforms have you used? I assume that WordPress has probably been the most consistent platform that you've used throughout, but there's been other ones dotted in there, hasn't there, that's been used?
Yes, WordPress didn't exist when I was building websites when I started Giant Peach.
Was that like 19 years ago now? 19 years this month?
Yeah. I was using Dreamweaver. I don't think there are even CMSs available. We ended up building our own CMS at one point, which was good at the time, and then just went out of date really quickly because we didn't have the resource to sort of maintain and keep up to date. We should have
Who built
done that a little bit. Was
it you or was it Tom?
No, it wasn't me.
Pre-Tom.
Pre-Tom. When it comes to e-commerce, we've used Magento, we've used BigCommerce, Shopify, all sorts of sort of weird and wonderful applications over the years. Shopify now is what we'd use for e-commerce because it's such a flexible, powerful platform. And that growth really happened during COVID. Like during COVID.
And do you think that's the best e-commerce platform?
I think so. Yeah, definitely. I think, we can build apps. There's nothing in the App Store, but for subscription businesses, and easy integrations with like Zero or Pipedrive or stock management or pick and patch, dispatch software, pick and patch, pick, pack and dispatch.
Same difference.
Yeah. I think that there are a lot of there's a lot of decisions to be made if people don't understand what platform they want. But if you're looking at e-commerce, I think if you're looking at e-commerce and trying to do it yourself, then Shopify, you could work that one out. WordPress, you could work that out. But if you need, say, a lead generation brochure website with WordPress, if you need a unique looking on-brand website, then you can't really. Well, you can to an extent, but you're better off. You're better off getting an agency or someone who knows how to design.
Yeah. So aside from e-commerce, WordPress is the main platform you use for non-e-commerce
brochure websites and like lead generation websites, so B2B or B2B websites. If you're looking to generate new business inquiries, then just like our website, you can build sort of funnels out from certain ads or ad campaigns and build out forms, integrate with CRMs nice and easily. We're not talking about CRMs, are we?
Do you think that's better for clients because they also recognize WordPress, like they've heard it lots of times?
I think it could be it could be a positive, but also like a negative, because some people have heard of WordPress and heard that it's vulnerable, it's slow, it's security risk, but it really can be. But it can be like any website if it's not built properly. Just like got an open door to your data and to the server, and so getting it built properly and securely, like we would, or good agencies do, then WordPress is fine. Pretty powerful tool.
So what made you choose? Because I know obviously you've used other ones, like I was using another one today to check out forms and things. How are we now using WordPress primarily? Or would you still use other platforms if someone needed it, or would you recommend WordPress?
We've made the decision to stick to WordPress now and focus for those sort of websites because we built this framework, and it just means we can build quicker and the client gets huge amounts of flexibility and control with each build. And actually, when we bring on and grow the team, like it's easier to bring on a developer that has experience in WordPress. For lead gen B2B sites, definitely focus on WordPress now, I reckon.
Nice, because what is the benefits over some of the other sites? Is it more just that flexibility? Because some of the other ones I've been on, they're a bit more complex to use, shall I say? A little bit more complex.
You've logged into a WordPress site before and it's absolute mess.
That's
we
true.
get clients.
That's true.
New clients, they're like, "Will you take on our website?" And it's, there's things like Elementor which could make it, feel like it's simple to update and edit, but actually it can make things a bit more complex. You can't actually export the data from Elementor. So if you are looking to migrate a load of data.
Yeah, I was going to say, because WordPress isn't like, from what I've seen, isn't one like, other people's WordPress may not look like the WordPress that we build. It could be like lots of different things that makes it more difficult to actually even just take over or then use and update, which I think sometimes people have a problem with.
Yeah, I think, we build it to be nice and user-friendly on the front end, but actually on the back end as well for our clients. Within the admin, it's nice and easy to use. Obviously, we provide training on how to use it and, little screen recordings and stuff like that. But, generally, our builds are so much easier to use than other WordPress builds.
Yeah, sounds good. Because what is Elementor and like why? I don't think we tend to take it.
Now, Kim, here.
You know the answers to these questions, but like, what is it about that means that we? Because I know Tom doesn't love it either, does he? Tom's like, nah, I'm not touching it. Like, what is it about it that? Because you don't even tend to take it on to like host or manage to do anything like that. You would recommend
Tom would be
build.
better to explain that, but I think Elementor just is quite vulnerable. I think it does provide a bit of flexibility and functionality, and makes editing in theory easier. But I think it can just be a bit of a mess, and we don't tend to take on sites that have been built in Elementor. I think because of a security risk to us, if we're putting it on a shared server or not building it ourselves and it being a little bit vulnerable, we wouldn't take on that risk really.
Yeah, because we've had a few potential clients in the past say about WordPress and potential security issues, haven't we? That's come up a few times.
Yeah, it's that negative and positive, isn't it? Positive because people have heard of it, and then negative because they've had bad experience with it.
And is that kind of because, obviously, like you said, just bad build?
Yeah.
The way that it's built. Because anybody could go in and use a free theme in WordPress, couldn't they? But obviously that's not, that's it, we don't do that. For a real agency.
I like to think so. Yeah, I think, like I say, anyone can get a WordPress website up and running relatively quickly. You could just put things at risk if you're, depending on where you're hosting it or what data you're going to have behind it and stuff like that.
So if you're building WordPress as we build it, well, I do not build it, but Harry and Tom and Theo, what is the benefit to the client in the way that they build it?
So there's a couple of benefits. Well, there's benefits to the clients. There's value that the client gets and benefits to us. So it speeds up our development. But because we're designing from scratch, and we're designing every design to the client, if you've got a brand that is fun, energetic, some really cool sort of elements that we can sort of extend and communicate through visual design and user experience. And what that means is we could build like 15, 20 different pattern blocks with patterns, and then the client can build up their page, bringing in a really sexy meet the team panel or call to action pattern. I said panel, I meant pattern.
You also said sexy. That's a little.
Websites are sexy, Kim. Do you remember that? Actually, the client can build a page that looks designed by us, and it's unique. It can be a completely unique design just based on the sort of patterns we've used our website. How easy is it to create doing a campaign on lifestyle food brands or ethical, sustainable fashion brand or whatever it might be? We can develop a page, or anyone who manages the CMS can build a page nice and easy based on that campaign, put calls to action in there, put a form in there, integrate with the CRM. It's super simple and easy for us to do. So real value, if a client's got that sort of capability with their website, then it gives them the tools they need to go grow their business.
Yeah, and it also means that they're not relying on an agency to then update and create a page every single time they need something.
Yeah.
Like they can go in and do the majority of it themselves, unless they need like changes in the actual code and theme and whatever, but they can do all of it themselves, which then has a cost benefit as well, because they are paying for a new website, which can be 15, 20, 30, 40 grand.
$1,000 grand.
100,000.
Yeah, I think there's definitely, this is it's an investment they're looking to make over sort of medium term, really, isn't it? It's like sort of a
Yeah.
website that it's 4 or 5 years, but also because it's built to be scalable, flexible, you can put a new front end on it, so you don't have to rebuild the CMS. So, if you want to re-skin completely how your website look and feels, and the look of it, then that can be done, and you're not paying for a whole new website each time. You're just
Yeah.
getting the front end updated,
So that you could
but still having all of that control.
keep all of the blocks and then just have like a nice new shiny design on it.
Exactly that.
Oh, didn't know that.
No, you did.
No, I do, yeah. That's quite good though. Because then obviously there's quite a big expense, isn't it, to get a new website?
Well, it's relative, isn't it? Like if a
Yeah.
website, I don't know, 10 grand, 15 grand, whatever it might be, but it's generating 20, 30, 40 grand's worth of new business each month. It's a good investment.
Penny.
Yeah, that's it.
Because that's what you want it to do.
Get a return on investment is, key, really.
Yeah. Because actually I had a look at the Future Forest one yesterday. I had a look at the Future Forest stats and they launched on the 2nd of May. And then when I had a look this week, they'd had 380% more traffic on the website.
So how much? 300?
380%.
300%? An 80% growth in 1 month. See,
yeah. They were actually a Shopify website, but still.
It is Shopify. That's pretty standard for us. We just don't shout about it. It's a great figure. Within 4 weeks, 5 weeks, we've increased that traffic. But I think being e-com as well, obviously conversion rates will improve because of the design, the user experience. So yeah, they're happy.
So when you were talking about the block, because obviously I've been on the client side as well, so I've used it. But when you're using the blocks, are the blocks built in mind to work with each other so that it still then creates a decent user journey? Yeah. Or is that very much like you need to work that out what's going to look good?
No, design. That's the designer's job. So yeah, they're sort of going through the user experience first, build out the wireframe prototype. So that's planning out the user journey. When the designer comes to designing the interface, they should keep that in mind, that this pattern block, well, I can never get the terminology right. That's cool, but pattern blocks within patterns anyway. But yes, the designer's job really to ensure that design is going to look however those are arranged.
The designers will do that.
You wouldn't want to. Yeah, the designers will do that. But you wouldn't want to put a banner in the middle of a page. It's still got to follow some rules for that the user's used to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're going to land on a site and go, "Well, I don't know where to go. I don't know what I'm supposed to do." So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, great. That why not? Just mix it up a little bit.
I think that it built properly. It's really secure. It should be really quick. You can build headless WordPress sites now. It's open source, so if you decide to go down the WordPress route, you fall out with your agency or the person who's built it, or you've forgotten how to do it yourself. Other people with some technical competence could pick it up and build on it. So it's good. It's flexible. It's scalable. Again, done right, it's scalable. So there's a lot of benefit to it.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good platform. I think it's a really good platform.
And then the cost saving of them being able to add pages and things themselves and not have to build a full new website every single time.
Yeah, you should be able to. So we always get asked, can you quote for 10 pages, 15 pages? And we don't build quotes based on pages. We'll design a website that could have 150,000 pages if you want to, and you'll have control to do that. But it's more about the UX, the UI, and building a platform that is scalable and our client the tools they need to manage their website and manage that part of the business, I guess.
And then what support does Giant Peach give clients once the project's launched and the website is live?
Once the website is launched and live, it depends on the client, really. We provide ongoing support. If people forget how to do something, they can phone up and speak to their account manager and they'll talk them through it. If you need sort of marketing support, obviously we've got all the in-house team that marketing can provide marketing support. We'll look at conversion rate optimization. We'll look at how the website's performing, heat mapping software. So yeah, just performance improvements right up through to ad campaign, social, Google,
Yeah.
content creation, whatever our clients need to help promote their business, we can deliver those services.
And the most important part, James, which you forgot, they get
Is
training on it, and they get 30 days.
Well, they get training. I mean, the 30 days. I mean, we will fix any bug within those 30 days. Obviously, it's part of the project, but those are minimal. So it's a good guarantee. Well, I know. I'm not. I mean, it is. I think that's hard to explain during like a sales process because people have had bad experience and they're like, yeah, website went live, a big chunk of it didn't work, or the form wouldn't go into the CRM, or whatever it might be. We provide this 30-day window, but we got a pretty thorough testing process. So
yeah, I was going to say they usually go through like a 3-stage testing done before they even get to the client, and then you enter the 30 days.
Exactly that. Yeah. So 30 days happens once we've deployed it. So we've got 3-phase testing process, population, deployment, and then you've got the 30 days. So you can integrate with payment gateways.
What, on
if
WordPress?
You've got well, I suppose different. We would integrate with like Stripe, but if you want people to be able to pay their invoices online, that can all be done within WordPress. So that sort of functionality. You have got WooCommerce if you wanted to use WooCommerce as well. We tend to sort of steer people towards Shopify because it is a hosted like platform and it's maintained, and they're always optimizing the sort of checkout process. So
and we've got Harry, who's an expert.
Shopify. With Shopify partner, we have Shopify developers. Oh, one thing we are building within our sort of framework, that integration with AI to help create blog posts. So we do that we're doing that within people's content management systems. So, they go into their back end and they can help generate blog posts based on their keywords or what their sort of content.
How does that work? That's interesting.
I know, it's going to be cool. We can't tell you that, Kim. We're just building it.
Is this going to be a Giant Peach only thing?
That will be for Giant Peach clients. Yeah, that
nice.
Might be a WordPress plugin build.
But people need to get signed up.
Yeah, and WordPress is pretty good with search engine. It's pretty optimized.
Yeah.
For the search
engine. Easy to update for SEO stuff as well, like updating the meta descriptions and things like that. It's quite easy to do. Even just to update, to add pages, add blog, like. It's really simple.
Find it easy enough, don't they? Once they've had a good training session.
Yeah. I know some of the SEO clients, they just go and update pages, blogs themselves, add pages, move them around. They don't come to ask for anything. They just do it.
Yeah.
So it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. If you Google, why should I use WordPress? Elementor comes up. So they're going to love what we've been talking about. Reasons to use WordPress. Here we go. Customizable, flexible, and scalable. Easy to use and maintain. Super helpful and friendly community that people don't really need that. Great for SEO. Can be used to build any type of site. It's secure selection of themes and plugins. There is a whole library out there of plugins, and the functionality that our clients need is generally out there. But I guess the issue with plugins is if a site is quite complex and you've got multiple plugins, sometimes they don't talk to each other if they need to. But we can build plugins easy enough. But I think it's really easy to integrate as well. So we've got integrates to CRMs, account packages. What else do we integrate with? Everything. Calendars, yeah. Pipedrive, Salesforce, Zoho. What else do we integrate with? Did I say Salesforce?
Was a common one.
Platforms down the line.
I mean, there's not much that the developers can't do, is there, though?
No, I mean, we've built some pretty weird and wonderful stuff over the years.
I mean, Tom's brain alone, would come up with a solution, wouldn't it?
Yeah. We built a mobile app and used WordPress as the content management for that mobile app. So again, that just shows its flexibility.